I know how y'all feel. Who all is hyped? Who all's excited? Who all's happy? Huh? Eh? Don't worry. I'm not giving you guys any type of heel turn or anything like that. Tonight's show is a very, very weird show to it's a very weird show to review. I don't necessarily know how to review this. Outside of saying congratulations to the Cleveland Cavaliers for winning the 2016 NBA championship, coming down 3-1, winning 3 straight to beat Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and them boys. Second, I would like to thank Osiris for drawing me up pretty late, but oh wait, hold up, time out. Bam. For drawing me up this layout, last minute something quick, and I appreciate it. He wants to up the production around here. Eventually, we'll get there. Green screen next? Yeah, who knows? Hi, everybody. Everybody say hi to YouTube. I see you all saying hi to me. Say hi to the YouTubes. Say hi to YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Oh, and no, the me wearing this jersey was not by plan. Like, I wore this jersey in yesterday's stream, and I just picked it up and threw it on. Figure I'd jump on camera for once. So, man, tonight's pay-per-view is going to be a hard one to discuss. And the pre-show, we're just going to act as though that doesn't exist. The pre-show does not exist. Now, I already know what you guys are going to say in the comment section about the let me introduce you guys. Hi, everybody. I'm Wyzatv. I do wrestling reviews. This is a Wrestling Talks channel where we do reviews, booking, creative ideas, different types of series, a lot of which are going to be unveiled throughout this week. As a matter of fact, starting tomorrow, some stuff already taking place this past week or the week prior to that. Been amping up the wrestling content. We're going to be doing a whole lot more. But I do this review thing, and I don't necessarily go with the popular opinion. I shoot from the hip, pretty straightforward, right at you, and I have my own logic behind how things work or why I think the way I think. I don't just fanboy or fangasm over things and say this should be this way because I like that guy, but just don't say I like that guy. You know, I try to make sense of it. And tonight's pay-per-view made a lot of sense. Tonight's pay-per-view, I'm actually happy that I got a lot of my predictions completely wrong. Because what it does for me is it takes away from that. Though this was predictable, if you try not to read dirt sheets and you try to stay away from WWE booking what fans want to do, if you just try to think just outside of the box, this can come, a lot of what happened tonight can come as a surprise. But if you think about it logically and you think about it like, all right, WWE just throwing darts at a wall, you probably would have got this entire card right, including the big surprise down the end. There's only water in my cup. Trust me, I'm not drinking anything crazy. So, you guys going to see me digging in my eyes a whole lot. Allergies are bothering me. So, we're going to start this show off with the actual card. Completely skipping. Look at that, I got coal all in my eyes. Ugh. Completely skipping the pre-show. Because honestly, I ain't watched that shit. No need to. When I saw the pre-show card, when I saw what matches they moved off of it and what matches they put on it, at about 6 o'clock, I said I'm going to sleep. I set my alarm for 7:30. I woke up at 7:30, looked on Twitter, saw what match was going on, went back to sleep. I literally woke up at 8:02 and said, the show is starting. We can begin now. So real quick, another thing outside, me, I do the wrestling talks and all of that. If you want to show, we want to show support to the channel at all, in the comment section, of course, I don't have a link in the description because I never remember to do it unless somebody reminds me. There's going to be a donation link popping up in the chat throughout the stream. Hopefully Osiris doesn't spam it too much, but that's in case you want to support the show. Later on, we'll have other various ways of how you can show support. One way being a very free way, and it's just click the thumbs up button. Now, I don't want to bury anybody like I did on the prediction show where I had to tell everybody to just dislike the show because you're all trying to bury me. I don't want to go that route, but I will if I must. See? Holman with the donation. Fuck the Warriors. Fuck the Batista. And we have 1,000 plus people watching the stream right now. Thank you guys for being in here. If you've already shared the video, if you've already shared the stream, thank you, because you're bringing people in, and that's just growing our community a bit more. Eventually, if you guys want to put the Discord chat in the comment section as well, the link for people to join our Discord, if you want to talk wrestling any time of the day, you could do that as well. Just drop anybody, please drop a link in a chat for the people that might want to do that. Now, we skip past the pre-show because none of that stuff matters. Let's be real, and we're gonna go right into the Fatal 4-Way tag match. Look, a lot of this pay-per-view I'm blowing past, seriously, and this match right here being one of them, because this match was just so sloppy, incredibly sloppy, especially down the end when the legal man didn't even take the pin. Now, I said in my prediction video that the Vaude gimmicks were in this match just to eat the pin, and they did, but they weren't legal. I believe it was Kofi. Kofi tagged Gotch, and I don't remember who had him up. I'm not sure if Biggie had him up or Karl Anderson or one of the club members had him up on his shoulders. And Kofi goes to tag in, but he tags Gotch, which means Gotch isn't legal. But Gotch eats the pin. Just stupid. WWE has been talking a lot about the title reign and how long it's been going on for, and the possibility of the New Day surpassing that goal. And I guess that's the reason why they decided to keep these titles on these guys. The question is, you just beat 3 other teams. What do we have for you going forward? What do we have for New Day in the future? Do we play the angle where Gallows attacks them again? I mean, they've already done that, which put them into this. I personally don't see where they can go because they've beaten everybody. I mean, they haven't physically beaten Gallows or physically beaten Enzo and Cass, but they were in a match. They didn't win, so fuck them. Oh, wait, hold up a second. Hold up. I got you, Holman. Let me make sure. Bam, there we go. Now, that box right there. Yeah, that's not blame Osiris. So I just don't know where they can go from this. Now, hopefully we can get Gallows in these titles eventually. It would have looked better if they won these titles and what they did later on with AJ. If they were just just introducing them to that fiasco that happened with Cena and AJ as, these are the champions doing what they're doing. It just rings better, but we'll get there. Not much to say about this match, honestly. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and bother with this match. This match was sloppy. Doesn't deserve to be talked about. Moving along. Oh, God, another match here. Woo! I'm glad that this feud is finally over. And it wasn't a bad match. Let's say that. It was a match that the crowd didn't get behind because they didn't have a reason to get behind this match. It's Corbin and Ziggler, a match you've seen, Mr. Weston. How does the woman speaker botch hello Wyzatv completely no-selling who I am, calls me Wuzza. Son of a bitch. She got some nerve. Now, this thing is supposed to overtake. Holy cow, we got to fix that. I'll find some way to fix that because that needs to be updated, and it's not updated. I'll figure it out. Technical difficulties as we're working new layouts and such. So, the match wasn't bad. This chat is going insane. Are you 2,000 people? Take a swig for the working man. Wow. 21. It's about to be 2,200 people in here. All want to talk about Dean. I get it. And you know what? Let's fly through this because I have a lot. There we go. It updated. Yeah. Thumbs up. I want to fly through this because I want to talk about this Dean Ambrose stuff myself. I'm glad this feud is coming to an end. The match wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad match. The crowd didn't give it a chance. The crowd didn't get behind it, which ultimately can make the match seem boring. But it was anything but boring. We got a lot of not full. He hate me. Thank you for the donation. Support is real, man. I greatly appreciate it. He hate me recently subscribed to me on Twitch and is now coming back and contributing and supporting me here on the wrestling content. I greatly appreciate that, man. So shout out to you three so far. Now, match wasn't bad. Deep six on the outside to Ziggler. That was a pretty good spot. It was a lot of not false finishes, but a lot of counters toward the later half of the match. And oh my God, 2,300 people? Are you fucking kidding me? Wow. I haven't had this since like being on Twitch and Madden 15 was out. I haven't seen a number like that. Man, that's pretty big time. I'm proud of you guys, man. And this we have Dean to thank for this. So thank you, Base God Dean Ambrose, for putting over my stream. Really appreciate it, Dean. All right. I'm moving on from this match. It's over. It's done. The feud is over. The Baron Corbin wins. Moving on. Oh, God. The Divas match. The tag team title match. The Hills won. It was a match. And we get what we think is a heel turn from the Natty. She attacks Becky after the match. In commentary, I think it was Cole who said, hey, that could just be the frustration of Natty continuously losing to Charlotte. That could just be that frustration boiling over, and she let it out on Becky. That's one way of cleaning it up. But a heel turn from Natty is something that we've needed to have from her years ago. She should have had a heel turn because she's a much better heel. She's a much better heel. She's not the greatest talker. And when you're a heel, a lot of times you don't really need to talk, especially her because she could be dominant. And it's needed. But the question again, who are the faces? Becky's a face. I just so happened to look and I caught M Sing with the donation. You're going to catch these views, Wyzatv. How many are we at now? Almost 2,400. Stop botching my name, woman. Thank you, man. Yeah, but who are the heels? Sasha's a face. Becky's a face. Where is everybody? Like, the Bellas, gone. I don't know what's up with Nikki. Alicia Fox, not on TV. Paige, we don't know what the fuck she's doing. Summer Rae, what is she shooting a movie? Like, Naomi, Naomi's hurt. The big girl, Jimmy Snuka's daughter, Tamina, like, where is everybody? It seems like there's literally a handful of divas. Divas, motherfucker, I said it. Because that's how they're using them. That's how they're booking them. This match had no importance whatsoever. So I'm going to... Divas. They're not booking them any different. They're not. They're putting them in dev spots. They're not giving them much build. And it's just Charlotte. I'm okay with, Charlotte because she's a heel. You're not supposed to like her. So shoving her down your throat, get to the reaction that she's going to get. It helps her. The fact that they're shoving Charlotte down your throat actually helps her heel heat. I'm okay with that. But where's everybody else? We're not getting everybody else. Heels win. Natty attacks Becky. And, my God, what is... Jesus Christ, you wanted to get it all. We're not done here. Thank you guys again for the donations and botches your name because fuck Batista. Fucking Singh trying to get all his shit in one gimmick there. Jesus Christ, that was long. Would have liked it if you would have just broken it up like into words. That would have been pretty cool. What was I gonna say about this match? Oh, Becky, I gotta feel. Thank you. So I gotta thank you. He ate me. I have a feeling that. By the way, there's two special donation amounts. If you're on my Twitch stream, you already know them. 420 gets you a special animation, and 888 gets you a special animation. Just in case anybody's wondering. Oh, for the night. All right. Thank you, A Young, for the donation. He's tired of his guys not getting put over. First in basketball, now in wrestling, and he's tired of this shit for the night. My man. All right, so y'all gonna let me work? Let me work. I got a feeling that they're putting something into Becky. They've been giving her this like underdog feel. I kind of feel a Daniel Bryan underdog story when it comes to Becky. Something's telling me that they got something big for her down. Well, not big necessarily, but a title run down the line. Now, my question to it is, how do we get there? And when do we get there? Because it's not going to help her. Like, she doesn't factor into the timeline because you have Sasha coming who might be challenging Charlotte at SummerSlam, which is in 2 months. So if you do that, you're going to give Sasha a nice long run. Where exactly does Becky fit in? Do you keep her going on this babyface underdog story till Mania? And my God, whoa! Yep. He speaks the truth. Absolutely speaks the truth. And he wanted to test out what that animation was. Well, there you go. You see Naomi's ass. Welcome back, Naomi. Let me work. So, like, do they give Becky a pay? Like, Becky's gonna get a payoff eventually. I just wonder when they're gonna do it. Do they get like title swap? Like, I don't know. But she's gonna get something, And then soon enough, you're gonna have what's the girl Bailey come up, and they're gonna do it's gonna get wild, but the timeline just doesn't make sense. And I'm done talking about these women because we need to start talking about Dean soon enough. That right there, fuck that match. Next, all right, here we go. John Cena, the John Wapadu versus the AJ Styles. How y'all felt about this? I'm looking at it now. How y'all how y'all feel about this match right here? The Wapadu versus the AJ Styles. To me, as I'm watching this match, the only thing that I am thinking about is how much I would much rather see AJ Styles versus Tanahashi. That's the only thing I was thinking during this entire match. And another thing I was thinking is, man, AJ Styles has on his resume him going up against all of the top guys through every big promotion. You could think of all of the top guys that have wrestled within the past, I don't know, 5 to 10 years, and AJ Styles has wrestled them all. Well, except for Brock Lesnar. Like, look at it. Look at a Kurt Angle. Look at a Young. Thank you. Look at a Kurt Angle. Look at a Tanahashi. Look at an Okada. You run it through ROH. He's taking on the top guys there. AJ Styles When he goes to companies, you put your best guy in front of him, and he's taking on those guys. That's a huge testament to AJ Styles. That is big time. But honestly, just watching this match, I thought we would get much better. And maybe it's because John Cena has the ring rust. He hasn't been in the ring in 7 months. He hasn't wrestled a match in 7 months. And I said this in the prediction video, AJ would have to bring his style down to Cena's level. He would have to be safe with this match with Cena. I said that would happen, and that's exactly what happened. This match was incredibly safe. Let me actually drop a like on my own video. I hope you guys drop a like on the video. Just again, brief little halftime. If you guys are here, thank you for coming through, checking out the review. Do wrestling talks and wrestling stuff here on the channel. We got a whole lot more to come. If you're new here, even if you don't want to hit a like button, just hit the red button. It's called subscribe. We do this all the time. We do it on Mondays as well. My internet's back on, so now I get back to reviewing the Monday Night Raws. Let's see. Anything else I need to plug? In the chat, you're going to see like a bombardment of like donation links. That's if you want to support the channel, you want to support the stream, feel free to do so. I greatly appreciate it. Now, let's get back to this match. This match wasn't bad. This is the type of match that I sort of like. But it's also the match that we got in the main event, and the main event did it better. The match told a story, which is AJ is just better than Cena. Flat out. But another part of the story of this match was Cena's ring rust. Cena can't figure out AJ. Cena can't keep up with AJ. And AJ wasn't doing anything out of the normal. AJ was having a fundamental wrestling match. Complete fundamentals here. The match you got with AJ Styles and Roman Reigns, you didn't get with AJ Styles. That's the beauty of an AJ Styles. He can wrestle any style of match. He can, whoever you put in front of him. And this is why traveling the world is such a huge deal. Whoever you put in front of him, he is seasoned enough and veteran enough to wrestle their style of match. And that's big time. That's big time. But I expected more out of this match. And I can't fault them for not having a better match because it's ring rust for Cena. You know, I got to call ring rust on this one. And we didn't get the best out of Cena, which is why we got the finish that we got. Now, let's talk about that finish. The finish saw the ref taking a bump and Gallows coming down and doing the magic killer on Cena and AJ Styles, getting the pin.
Up the donations, we can't hear them. Also, last one for me.
Well, they heard that one. I just realized I had my desktop audio muted. So that long ass paragraph that Singh sent, let me send that to you because you guys actually didn't hear that. So he said, I think Vince knew what was going to happen in the NBA Finals, so he gave Dean the belt. But at SummerSlam, Samoan John Cena, the Roman in the Reigns, is going to give him this L. Plus, Apollo Crews got his water back. Another one from Holy Cow was, that was from RBI, which is Singh. Holy Cow, which is Holman, says, it botches your name because fuck Batista. He hate me says, Wyzatv needs like 9 trillion thumbs up right now. Another donation from, where am I? A Young saying turn up the audio, and then A Young's last one saying turn up the donations. We can't hear them, and this is the last one for me. Thank you everybody for the show of support. I greatly appreciate it. Seriously, you guys have no idea. But let me work. So here's what I think the reason that we got this finish. Now, AJ signed the contract, so it's mano a mano, him versus Cena. Once again, the club coming down to help AJ does nothing but give Cena more ammo for his promos, which makes him look like a god. They do it all the time. they handicap guys so much in such small ways to give Cena the advantage, to give Cena those talking points, to make Cena seem like a bigger person than he is for these matches. Cena's a huge guy. He doesn't need small tactics like this. Now, again, AJ signed the contract for him versus Cena alone. The club comes out and helps him. It's a possibility that AJ could refute that help. He could come at these guys like, yo, I was handling this guy, which he was. AJ dominated this match, completely dominated this match. AJ could sit there and say, I know I always tell you guys I don't need your help, but this time I didn't need your help. I can beat John Cena. I had that dude destroyed in this ring. I could have done this without you guys. And that's a little pushback from AJ, right? And I think that that's the way in which you get the club to turn their back on AJ and bring in the Balor if they ever want to bring in the Balor. I think that's the way that they could. I think that's the way they could do it. Have all four, if you want to have all four of them there and then turn on AJ's gonna get turned on. AJ is definitely gonna get turned on. I wish he doesn't. I wish that it would be Finn that gets turned on because AJ is such a better heel. He's so much better as a heel. It's ridiculous. But I think that that's one reason why they did this finish. Another reason, like I said, just to give Cena ammo and to give you a second match, which is going to be that mano-a-mano match, which is going to then bring you into SummerSlam because like, oh, so you couldn't beat me by yourself. I'm John Cena. Wop-a-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And I really feel as though Randy Orton should play a part in this. I would like Randy Orton to play a part in this come SummerSlam. Whether it be like you could do the club with AJ and you could also have against Wap-a-Doo, counterpart Wap-a-Doo Orton and the Finn Balor if they turn on. I mean, it'd be too quick for them to do all that, but that's not a match I wouldn't mind seeing. The Balor, the Cena, the Orton versus the club and the AJ. I wouldn't mind that at all. I think it'd actually be a pretty good match. Moving along, I think that we got oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Right there. Right there. That match. Right there. First of all, I don't give a fuck about this match. Out of all of these matches, none of them were catching my attention. This one included. By the way, people were wondering, like, why are they having these matches, like, back-to-back-to-back, like, all back-to-back-to-back big-time matches? And with WWE smart. They loyal. WWE smart. What they did was they know they can't put on big matches during the beginning of the show because you blow off your load. If you catch people's attention at halftime, you have the chance to keep their attention going forward. So how do you do it? You do Big Match John versus the AJ Styles during halftime. You follow it up with the big match in the Money in the Bank. Excuse me. Then you have your cool down, which you should not do. Especially Game 7, with the game as close as it is, you don't have a piss break match. That's where they kind of messed up, but they need that filler match. It's by formula, they need it. And then you go in with the main event. This match, I don't give a fuck about. I really don't care about this match. All right.
My first pick for SmackDown STPEH, she can only have a bra and panties match.
I hope you guys heard that. Who was that? Damn it, I missed the name. But STPEH, he actually meant to say Stephanie. Thank you, Holman. And she can only have a bra and panties match. Bro, if we get Stephanie in a bra and panties, ooh, that'd be clean, boy, I tell you. Again, Sami Zayn didn't win. Hey, so you guys don't get the shit on me. Cesaro also didn't win. And that was just me. It was a dark horse. I just wanted to throw it out there because fuck Batista. If they want to do something unpredictable, let it be Cesaro. Dean Ambrose won. And as I watched Dean Ambrose celebrate, the only thing I could think of was out of all of the guys in this match, out of all of the possibilities that you could have from the winners of this match, no one deserves it more than Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose deserved to win the Money in the Bank briefcase. Absolutely deserves it. From the amount of people that he put over, the amount of times he had to put himself to the side to make other people look good. What happened with him at WrestleMania? The L he had to take to Triple H. The L's that he had to take to Seth. Just everything. Dean Ambrose absolutely deserved to win that briefcase. And as he climbed the ladder and he went for the briefcase, he just stopped. And he didn't immediately pull it down. He didn't immediately take it off. He just soaked it all in. You just look at his face. That's a guy that knows that he has been climbing the mountaintop. That's a look from a guy that knows he deserves it. That's the look of a guy that just, there's something big coming. And you see it as he's just sitting there and he's holding the briefcase and didn't even take it down. He's just looking like The Rock up there. Just mad inhalation going on, if that's the word. And I just looked, and he took it down, and he put his head on the briefcase because he was emotional. That is something that is missing in WWE, is big time emotion. We know it's a work. We know everything's fixed. We know everything's written. But when emotion plays a part, that is what gets us behind a character. Emotion is very important because we're watching it. It's a work. We need to know that it's important to those guys. We need to know that those guys feel as though this is something that they've earned. What is this on Skype? Okay, when did he send? All right, yeah, we got that taken care of. We need to know that we can, if they get him, like, we need to know that the guy that we've been pulling for is actually soaking in this moment. And you know, emotion is a big thing. And just seeing him just omit that when he got that briefcase, I just said, yo, he's winning the title. And he's winning it tonight. In my mind, I'm just like, yo, he's winning it. Because he's just up there and you just see like this dude is about to break down. And he just composed himself and he celebrated. Great. Absolutely great. So let's move on. Let's move on to who's next? Yo. Yo. What the fuck is up with... All right, holy cow, thank you. What is up with Rusev? This dude Rusev has no chill whatsoever. Let me pour a little. Bro, if you don't got you one of these from the Chinese store, the Chinese tea, you ain't living right, man. You ain't living right. You gotta collect. Those are collector's editions, collector's items right there, straight from the Chinese store. Get you a sweet tea from the Chinese store, man. You'll thank me later if you never had one. They only $1. Might be the recession. It might be $1.50. I don't know. So, no chill Rusev is what we gotta call this guy now. Just taunting Titus's kids and pretty much saying fuck you and your father in his Father's Day. Your father's a loser. Your father sucks. And I made him tap on Father's Day while facing you. That's crazy. This dude Rusev is crazy. But again, it's a throwaway match. It's not a feud. I just wonder what they have down the line for him. What do they have in store for Rusev? Hopefully, it's a feud with somebody that's of a bigger name that he can take down and have a good feud with. It's 5 a.m. Make this stream count. Bro, the stream counts. Stream always counts. We're actually entering fourth quarter here. Because now, well, Rusev wins. Now we get to the nitty gritty. Yeah! Now, let me ask y'all this question. Before Seth Rollins won this match, before Dean Ambrose cashed in, I want y'all to be real. And I'm looking at the chat. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pop out the chat and move it over here so I can see it, and it's going to be bigger on my other screen. I want y'all to be real with me and tell me, how did y'all feel about this match? How did y'all feel about the Seth Rollins, the Roman and the Reigns, one-on-one, this match? How did y'all feel about this match? Seriously. Before all this stuff happened. Fuck Seth Rollins. Well, okay. Who won tag team titles were retained. Who won a contract? The Dean Ambrose. It's all in the title. Look at the title. Look at the title. Look at the title. Seth Rollins had the title. Dean, all right. Kaz won. All right. AJ. I just noticed there was no Intercontinental title match. Yeah, Miz hasn't been on TV in like a month. Oh, it was awesome, huh? Yeah, huh? It was. Yeah. 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 Pretty. All right. Yeah. It was great. Yeah. Right. Okay. You all like the match, right? You like the match, right? All right. You like the match, right? Who was that? You like the match. I don't see why Holy Cow hasn't overtaken He Hate Me yet. I'm sure that he should have at this point. Hold up. Let me try to refresh that. There we go. Oh, well, maybe it'll refresh itself. So, this is the same Roman Reigns that you've been getting for the past, I don't know, half a year now. Now, this isn't going to be about a Roman Reigns thing. I want to talk about the psychology of this match. I want to talk about the story that this match told. And I also want to put myself over for saying that this was going to be the match of the night. This was a great match because of the story that it told. You have two alpha males in the ring. Both guys deserving of the title. Both guys claiming that this is their territory. This is their ring. And from the start of the match, you got the Roman and the Reigns just straight punching Seth in the mouth. Figuratively. Dominating him. Letting him know, this is my ring. You got Seth looking at Reigns like, damn, this motherfucker hitting me hard. He kind of like got his shoulder turned to him, just walking away like this. And you just got Roman right in front of him like, yeah, bro, we got this all night, man. We gonna do this all night. And I just loved it. I loved it because what I got from it, the feeling that I got from it was Seth has been out of action for months. And Roman is like, dog, things are a little different now. It's my yard. There was even a point where Roman was clotheslining him in the corner. You know, that clothesline that he does. Brutal shots. And he says to Seth, you ain't nothing but my little brother. Reunite the Shield. He still treats like his little brother. And that's another thing. This felt like one of those matches where sometimes you just got to take your brother. You got to take your best friend. And you got to take him in the back. And you got to remind him who the boss is. And that's what I got from this. And that, I got to give credit to Seth. I got to give credit to Seth because his ability to sell this was great. His ability to sell the story was great. Roman's ability to be on top and to look dominant and play his part in the story, great. When it was Seth's turn to get on the offensive, great. Like these, it's like, all right, now it's Seth's turn to get on the offensive, and that's Seth saying, dog, I held that belt for half a year. That's my title. Don't think this gonna be easy for you just because I've been out of action for a while. I'm the man around here. This is still my ring. And I'm just like, wow. This looked like a match between two brothers. Like, this didn't look like a match like heel versus face or nothing. I didn't get that from this. And a lot of people are probably thinking like, oh, we're going to get the double turn. We're going to get the double turn. Nah. This is how a grudge match should be. Both guys, mano a mano, just duking it out. No funny business, no none of that. Just going at it. Now, I did feel face tendencies from Seth. Absolute, the way he wrestled this match, and the way he was wrestling his matches before he got injured. Heel tendencies. Face style. Face tendencies. Seth is a face. He's a face by nature. He wants to be a heel. He's a face. His moveset screams that he's a face. His mannerisms screams that he's a face. Now, to the Osiris, who I don't even have to look at my chat and I already know that he's going to say it, but I've been saying that he's going to be turning face the whole time and you argue with me. No, what I said to you was, now I'm not even going to look at the chat, but I already know what you're thinking. Because I know how people think. What I said, and I was very specific, he has shown no face tendencies since he returned. Here in this match, he has. And I'm good with that. Do I feel as though we had heel tendencies from Roman? No. We just had a dominant champion. The way Roman wrestled this match is how a champion should look. A champion should look like he's dominating you. A champion should look like you can't beat him. Roman Reigns played by the rules. Ref trying to break up. Every time the ref wanted a clean break, Roman gave him a clean break. Roman didn't do anything dirty. Nothing heel about him. Smug look. Bro, no different than the Undertaker. No different than American Badass Undertaker, This My Yard Undertaker. That's Roman's yard. That's what I got from this. This was a great match because of its psychology and because of its storytelling. It was a great match because it was physical. This, when I say I don't care about big spot fest matches, gimmick matches, and things like that, this is the style of match that I like. You give me a hard-hitting match, psychology, good ring work, and a story. It's the match of the night for me, easily. And when we came down to finish, where Reigns went for a spear on the outside and Seth sidesteps it and Roman hits the barricade. He's playing up the injury and all the doctors come out and they're trying to help the Roman into Reigns. Seth's like, fuck all you guys. Throws a knee at him, gets him back in the ring, sets up for the pedigree, hits the pedigree. The Roman into Reigns kicks out. I said, oh my God. What are we doing? Then we get the amazing, I popped big when I saw this. Roman Reigns going for the spear and Seth catching him in mid-spear and pedigreeing him. That shit was so clean. Oh my God, I popped when I saw it. That was big time. And did he kick? I think he kicked out of that too. I think it took a bunch of pedigrees in order for this guy to fucking take down the Roman in the Reigns. But when he did, I was like, oh. And here's what it tells me. Before we get to D, I want to tell you guys what this tells me, how I see it, how I perceive it. This is WWE. And this is Vince McMahon admitting that what he wanted with the Roman and the Reigns, it's him admitting that it's not working the way he wants it to work. It's not working the way he wants it to work. No one booed the finish when Seth won.
All right.
Oh, somebody knew. Hey!
From Cincy, not Cleveland.
I'm like, wait, what? And then I just realized I'm wearing a Cleveland jersey. Well, this isn't in support of Dean, but Ohio. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Bomb Pop, I haven't seen your name in a long time. But if you would have did 888, you would have got Naomi shaking her. Oh, shit, I just stooged off my own gimmick. Sorry about that. Here's what it tells me. This is them admitting that the way that they wanted Roman to go isn't working. At the same time, you could put the title on Seth. Because, and here's why I say this about the Roman and the Reigns. If you take the title off the Roman and the Reigns, you can't put it back on him. It's got to be a while before he gets it back. He's already a 3-time champion within a year. You can't give it to him a 4th time. You can't. If you take the title off of him, somebody has to get a run. Usher and Dean. And what it does is it sets up the triple threat that everybody wants to see, right? I mean, it was a great moment. And we're going to get to that moment. But...
All right.
But he is still from Ohio, so Ohio come twice.
Ohio's the winners tonight, huh? Good God. Why is he hating me still a top donator? He shouldn't be. He's been overtaken like an hour ago. And this thing isn't updating for me. I don't know why. Update for me. You gotta put Holy Cow Holman gimmick over. Oh, there it is. Oh, God. Wow. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Where was I with the Dean Ambrose? All right, so you have to give somebody else a run if you take it off of the Roman and the Reigns. Now the question becomes, do you have Roman chasing again? Because that didn't work before. You take the title off of him so it can appease the people that are booing, so that you could get the people to stop booing Roman Reigns. You also put the title on the Dean Ambrose because he deserves it. You put the title on Dean. He deserves that run. He's going to win whatever triple threat match we get between these three. And as of this moment, the only reason that you could put Roman Reigns into a triple threat is because of a rematch clause. Roman lost clean. I don't want to hear people say that Roman don't put guys over in a match, or he has that Cena effect where he just can't lose to anybody. It took a ton to put him down. He's a dominant champion. It should. He's your champion. It should take a fucking bulldozer to put this guy out. As for anybody that's your world champion, it should take a fucking bulldozer to put that guy out. Whether it be Dean, Seth, Brock, Damian Sandow. I don't care who it is. It should take the world to put them out because they're at the mountaintop. They're at the mountaintop. It was a great moment when Dean came down. Seth won the title, and I'm like, oh man, wow, it's a great thing. Now everybody's gonna be like, oh man, greatest match ever. It's gonna be great. Wow, Seth won. This is excellent. Oh my god, oh my god. And if Roman would have won it, they would have been like, this match sucked. And then Dean's music hits, and I'm like, oh, Dean's probably just fucking around with him. Maybe he's not gonna cash in. Dean's cashing in. He said he was gonna cash in on Raw. That motherfucker cashed in. And he wins the title. And from the time Dean came down and attacked Seth, when he went to cash in that briefcase, there was just so much emotion pouring out of Dean. When he pinned Seth. This is Seth paying it forward. Because you have Seth winning the title from the Roman and the Reigns, and Seth covering up, and he's thanking Roman. Now you have Dean in the same situation. Same thing. I said this when I did my SmackDown and Raw roster, brand split roster. These three need to be kept together. Because these three are going to lead the company into the future. These three. These three. Let me say this. Also, Dean winning the title does not make him the face of the company. I want to make sure that we're sure on that. It does not make him the face of the company. That makes him the title holder. They are still going to be... It's another thing I've been saying for ages now. Not for ages, but for a while now. Do people think that if they take the title off of the Roman and the Reigns, do people think that they're going to stop pushing him? Do people think that they're going to stop making him or stop billing him as the top, the top star? Do people think that they're going to no longer start pushing him as the face of the company? None of that is going to change. Nothing. The only thing that changes is he doesn't have the strap on him. He's still going to be pushed to the moon.
All right.
Osiris, it should have been live lesbian sex show on Raw Live, but you put fuck, marry, kill.
Huh? Osiris, it should have been live lesbian sex show on. That was for Osiris, not for me. This was a great night for Dean. Dean absolutely deserves this. Dean deserves it. And he deserves a run with this title. Absolutely deserves it. I prefer that he would have won this at SummerSlam because it's a bigger pay-per-view. But just the fact that he has this title, he absolutely deserves it. Until this match, this show sucked. Honestly, this show was no good. This show, from top to bottom until we got to this match, this show was hard to pay attention to. This show did nothing to take you away from the finals. On paper, this show looked like it was going to be great. And it was anything but until we got to this last match. And then we got to the last moment. Very, very good close to the show. Coming up soon, we'll be having the Raw and SmackDown brand split draft. We'll be covering that, ho. Coming up tomorrow, I'm going to be debuting a series here on the Wrestling Channel that's going to stem off of this pay-per-view.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
Part 1 of How to Reunite the Shield. The Reddit post, my name was there but I never spammed fuck, marry, kill.
Oh, boy is part of the show. It's the gimmick. Gotta live the gimmick. Excuse me. So, starting tomorrow, and I'm going to work on it tonight. I got a little series that's going to come. It's going to follow. Oh my God. There we go. Hercules.
Some people were saying Cleveland won twice.
Hercules.
I love Naomi too. Give me that ass shake all.
Hercules. All right. Hercules, because we get to see Naomi's ass. Thank you, Bomb Poop. Is it Bomb Poop? Oh, I'm saying it right. It's really a good night for me. And I really appreciate all you guys' support. Whether you were just here watching, hanging out, dropping a like on the video, all of that supports it. You guys have no idea. It's big time for me. Starting tomorrow, I have a series that's going to stem off of this pay-per-view. And then we're going to have the Raw review that night. And then Tuesday, I'm going to have something that's going to, another series that's going to stem from the Raw. So, I got a lot of stuff coming to you guys. I hope you guys are going to be here. I hope you guys are going to be here to watch it. I don't want to hear, hey, man, I had things to do, so I couldn't watch the video, even though it's been up on your channel for a good week now. The video's still valid. I hope to see you guys there. You guys take care. Have a good night. It was a wonderful stream. Thank you guys for coming. I'm out of here. Somebody put the Discord chat in the chat so that people could join it if they want to talk wrestling with us throughout the night and throughout the week. Bye. I'm done putting stuff over. Have a good night.